Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to the top 10 American desserts, and America loves its sweet stuff. But desserts, I'm gonna assume, yeah, just top tier stuff. Some things I probably would have seen before, hopefully some things I haven't seen before, things that I've tried before, hopefully there are a few here so I can at least sort of rate them myself, but I don't know how high the chances of that are. But we're gonna check this out, hopefully going to enjoy, and I guess when this video is done, let me know if these would be in your list for the top 10 desserts from your country, or would you list it completely different? And yeah, I guess just off that, let me know your top 10 desserts or just sort of sweet dishes within the US. And yeah, just your favorite sweet dishes, I guess, from the US. But we're going to check this out, hopefully going to enjoy. Links are in the description to my Patreon where you can see reactions that I can't post to YouTube. But let's jump into this and see some American food.
These are so good I could cry.
North America may not be known for its tiramisu,
Rice
churros,
Krispies
or millefeuille, but we have our own variety of sweets. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10.
Is cheesecake from the US? That might be really stupid, but there's like New York cheesecake, isn't there? If cheesecake's from the US, then fair enough, because that is an unreal creation.
American desserts.
An American classic, totally homemade from start to finish.
I've never had a s'more like this. Is it schmore or small? Small. I've never had a s'more like this. I've definitely had them before. I was actually sent all the stuff to make a s'more, and I guess I just didn't make it right, because the stuff that's in it's alright. Like, it's a biscuit, it's a marshmallow, it's just some chocolate. It just doesn't really hit the spot for me when I had it, but I've not had it consistently, and I've probably not had it correct, because this marshmallow looks done perfectly.
For this list, we're taking a look at the best sweet.
Wait, what is this called again? Is this just... What is this called? Fudge chocolate? I think it is. If it is fudge chocolate, I used to have this all the time as a kid, and I absolutely loved it.
Foods that serve as a finishing touch to the perfect meal, that make us think of the good old US of
Or
A.
caramel chocolate, something like that.
And yet I know if I stop eating this, I'll regret it.
While some of these desserts may have originated in foreign countries, those on today's list have been modified or perfected by North Americans for North Americans.
Okay.
However, dishes like Turkey's baklava are out, because that is definitely international food. Number 10. S'mores.
Don't worry, Woody. In just a few hours, you'll be sitting around a campfire with Andy making delicious hot schmoes.
They're called s'mores, Buzz.
Right, of course.
For many, this tasty dish is the main reason to venture out into the great outdoors. Traditionally consisting of a marshmallow and a piece of chocolate heated between 2 graham crackers, the original recipe can be tweaked to take its basic flavor into new directions. But those basic tenets usually remain.
I think the thing with this creation is, like, it's just perfect for a campsite sort of snack. Like, you maybe you won't have this as just a snack in general, or like a dessert in general, but you'll have it in the circumstance. It's just a warming thing to have. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe some people just love having these in general, but is it more so just to fits in with the environment when you're camping and stuff? I don't know.
Soft, warm marshmallow on top of the chocolate square and sandwiched together with another graham cracker.
While the exact date of the s'mores creation is unknown, published references to it appear as early as the 1920s, with the Boy and Girl Scouts being fans of the treat even then. National S'mores Day is celebrated every year on August 10th, right at the height of camping season.
That's a
so
thing?
be sure to come prepared to your next camping trip.
Babe, that's your 4th s'more.
My parents never let me have these. They're amazing.
Number 9. Rice Krispies Treats.
Wait, this in general is just a US thing? Okay.
There's only one Kellogg's Rice Krispies treat square. Get lots.
Makes sense,
Our
actually.
next confection is as
Kellogg's.
addictive as it is delicious.
Quality.
Believed to have originally been
Incredible.
invented by Kellogg's in 1939, these treats have been made by countless parents, kids, and grandparents across.
Never actually had these made for me, I'm not gonna lie, but I've had them just like sort of like from the shop and stuff, and it's just a great thing, isn't it? They're really satisfying to have. Aren't they quite chewy? But a satisfying chew and a crunch at the same time.
the continent.
Pretty much a perfect Rice Krispie. I mean, you can't go wrong with Rice Krispies. I mean,
You really can't. You can't really burn it. It's just the easiest thing to make.
Created by combining Kellogg's Rice Krispies cereal with marshmallows and just a dash of butter. These squares are among the fastest treat to make for hungry guests. You are not limited to this recipe, however. With just a little experimentation, the variations on these squares and the shapes they can take are practically limitless.
Try my Rice Krispie squares. They are wasabi infused with the portobello glaze. And you can buy them at the airport.
I make mine with M&Ms.
With M&Ms? Now that's what I call fusion.
Number 8. Pudding.
That snack pack's pretty good.
It's like chocolate mousse.
Want to trade me the rest of it for this banana?
Don't need a heavy dish, but just a light snack? Look no further. Though pudding in the United
Wait, this is so weird because pudding is just a term for like dessert in the UK. So I'm very confused.
Kingdom refers to dessert in general.
Oh.
We're talking about a sweet custard-style dish.
Oh.
Created by combining multiple ingredients like sugar and milk with a thickener like gelatin, cornstarch, or eggs, and simmering. There have been so many variations.
Oh, so it's like a gelatin custard. Alright. I love custard, I love jelly, so I assume this is very nice.
Of pudding that we've lost count. Not that into sweets, pudding can also come in a more savory variation. And the dish is not just famous in America. France, for example, has created the highly popular mousse dessert by whipping the various ingredients to have a fluffier texture and
I love chocolate mousse.
more airy taste.
Look at all those air bubbles. That's amazing. That is so good.
Number 7.
Shout out then. I mean, she's probably going to go through it, but if the US made cheesecakes, thank you very much.
Cheesecake.
You've got to try this cheesecake.
Oh, you know, I'm not that much of a sweet tooth. Oh my God, so creamy.
What's better than a slice of cheesecake? Not much. Perhaps the richest entry on our list, the origins of cheesecake can be traced as far back as ancient Greece. And although some claim the dessert is an English creation, today's cheesecake is decidedly American. Its long history has allowed time for bakers to add their own touches and perfect the art of the cheesecake.
Oh my goodness, it's so good. I could just slap somebody right now.
Consisting of a cream cheese filling upon a delicious cookie crumb base. The specific taste of this delicacy can vary drastically depending on how it's made and which toppings are used. If you ask us, we will gladly take a slice of New York style any day. Number 6. Donuts.
Donuts.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Homer, slow down. You're gonna choke or something.
Don't tell me how to eat donuts. Hey, I was choking again.
Some sweets don't
Classic
always have to be
Homer.
an after-dinner treat.
Mate, I'm not going to lie, I'm sorry. These donuts here, right, these pink ones are the donuts that I grew up on, man. I used to love these. These and jam-filled ones. Jam-filled ones were never the ones that I really liked. When I got these ones, oh man, I was happy. Just, I don't know what it is about that colouring. It's just like crack cocaine. Can I say that on YouTube? I don't know. But I used to love these ones, man. So much. But yeah, they're my childhood donut for sure.
Many happy children and adults get pumped full of sugar from this deep-fried dough at breakfast.
Of course, when you make donuts this way, there's a reward. People buy a lot of them. Good morning, folks.
While the origin of the donut has long been disputed, many theories suggest it originated sometime during the 19th century in North America. The traditional donut comes in basic types, such as the ring-shaped glazed donut, fruit or custard-filled varieties, or even donut holes. Now, if only we knew why they removed the center in the first place.
And I'm just gonna press my jelly out until I get some jelly out right there.
I'm going to be honest. So, yeah, like I said, jam donuts, not the biggest fan. I'll eat them, but not the biggest fan. Custard donuts, the same. Just something about having the hole in the middle. It makes it better. No fillings needed. Just enjoy the bread and the topping, and you're just loving it, for me.
All right?
Number 5, cookies.
C is for cookies.
So this is
That's
biscuit.
good enough for me.
Is this cookies US style or cookies UK? I mean, it's probably US style. I love cookies, but the cookies that I want about are the big ones that I guess in the US, are they called cookies still as well? I don't really know. Like, wait, let me just search cookies UK. Like the big cookies. These sorts, yeah, these ones. I guess they're just cookies in the US as well, but then biscuits are also cookies. Are they just all cookies in the US then? They must be.
Oh, cookie starts with C. Oh!
Milk and cookies.
There you
What
go.
more do you need? This flat sweet, primarily comprised of sugar, flour, eggs, and butter, has been milked by bakers for all it's worth. As with other desserts on this list, You can make endless varieties of cookies just by adding some chocolate, cinnamon, or even simple peanut butter to create an entirely new dessert. While the actual dish may have originated in Persia, also known as modern-day Iran, the cookie we're so familiar with today was popularized in the United States. And
Thank you,
while
America.
we love us some Oreos,
I grew up on those big types of cookies, so thank you.
Chips Ahoy, or even Girl Scout cookies, nothing beats the smell of homemade cookies.
Everybody likes cookies.
I've never had homemade
Oh, I know.
cookies. I've never ever in my life had a homemade cookie. Which is actually quite depressing because I know they're such like a common thing in America. I've never had them in my life. Actually, I think I have, but not like chocolate cookies, not the good cookies. I think it was like cookies sort of like raisins and stuff. It was just like, yeah, I'm not enjoying this as a kid or an adult, to be fair. Raisins in cookies is criminal. It's a criminal offense.
After a really awful, no good day, didn't your mama ever make you milk and cookies?
Number 4, brownies
Nope.
or squares.
So there you have it, fudgy brownies.
Mate, brownies that are like, there's a certain brownie that's so good. I don't even know how to describe it. I guess just a bit like chewy, is that the right word? Like a satisfying chew to a brownie and you're loving life.
Or cakey brownies. Kitchen conundrum solved. Enjoy.
Can't decide between a cookie and cake? Meet in the middle. Popularized in North America at the beginning of the 20th century, brownies or squares can come in many different styles. While traditionally a delicious mess made up of flour, eggs, butter, sugar, and cocoa powder, it is very common to find it made with other ingredients as well. One example is the blonde brownie, or blondie, which removes the cocoa powder and adds brown sugar. But
Oh.
squares flavored with fruits like lemon or different tastes like peanut butter are just as delicious.
Oh, this is peanut butter. Oh, damn.
This modern comfort food is best served with milk or coffee, but can also be served a la mode with a healthy spoonful of ice cream. Number 3, pie.
After that, I'm going to have a slice of pie.
Pie for breakfast.
Any time of the day is a good time for pie.
Everything's better with a slice of pie. This decadent dessert is believed to have initially been created by the ancient Greeks and Romans.
I've never had a pie made like this. That's very depressing as well. I'm actually realizing I've had apple pie, but not like this. Like this is like sort of this is sort of how I picture, like I guess a typical American pie, apple pie. I've never had an apple pie like this, not with this toppings.
The familiar modern dessert pie a la mode
I don't think
was
I have anyway.
popularized by North America somewhere around 1890, though pies were introduced to the area by pilgrims centuries earlier. Rather simple to make, it's a combination of dough filled with either a sweet or savory filling. The possibilities are endless, as you can use fruits, vegetables, or even chicken and other meats. A popular alternative to pie is a delicious crumble, which can easily be made in any home. You know what they say, as American as apple pie.
Vigilante justice?
It's as American as apple pie.
Yeah.
Number 2, cake.
Now, Milton, don't be greedy.
Cake, now.
Let's pass it along and make sure everyone gets a piece.
Hey, but last time I didn't receive a piece, and I was told that I
Just
could have...
pass.
Need a dessert for a holiday?
Cake's a weird one. Some cakes I love, like Victoria sponge like I'm seeing here. It's alright. I mean, I like it. I'm not going to pretend I don't like it, but there's just some cakes that I'm not the biggest fan of. Cakes with icing, I just can't hack them. I don't like icing on cake. I mean, like icing like this, by the way. The one that was shown. Wait. This, like, I can't hack that icing. I'm sorry. It makes me feel sick. But certain cakes are quality.
Holiday or celebration? Grab some cake. This baked dessert has a long history tracing back to ancient Greece and Rome. Yet the prepared cake in a box was created due to an excess of molasses during the Great Depression.
Your wife's cake is really moist.
It's super moist.
Want to bake one yourself? A basic cake recipe begins with flour, sugar, eggs, and oil baked with a leavening agent such as baking powder or soda. Cake comes in countless forms, some including
Enjoy the food that you want to enjoy. I respect anyone who eats whatever they want. But I could not firm this, man. I'm sorry. I could not firm this sort of fruit cake.
fruits or similar to a
I
sponge
love
cake.
fruit.
A whole cake too much for you? Settle for a much smaller cupcake for that same delicious satisfaction.
Oh yeah, look at that. I'm gonna get a bit of squishy bit right in the middle.
Before we
I
gorge
do love chocolate
ourselves
cake.
with our top
Chocolate cake is good, but I'm not gonna lie. Brownies for me, just take it. I'm sorry. Brownies, just clear them in every way possible, in my humble opinion.
dessert, here are some honorable mentions.
I didn't make dessert.
Jello,
Instead,
jelly.
I made some fun.
Hell yeah. I love jelly, man. Satisfying as hell.
So once all your fruit is in the bowl, make sure you give it a good stir
I grew up on fruit salad as well. I'm not gonna lie. I used to love fruit salad.
so that the sugar syrup gets
But it's not the same. Let's be real. This is a dessert, but it's a dessert you can probably just have whenever. I mean, I'm not gonna have brownies every day, am I? Well, I could do, but this is not touching the surface of desserts. I'm sorry. Don't get this near me when it's this list of incredible food.
all the way through.
What you're really looking for is something that has a
Sorbet
beautiful,
sherbet.
shiny texture to it. It's not too
Oh,
soft
sorbet.
and sugary.
Wait, is this sherbet sorbet or is it just sorbet? Why is it saying sherbet? I'm so confused. Sorbet slash... Is it called sherbet in the US or something? I like sorbet. I don't know what this sherbet's about.
Off and sugary. It's not too hard and icy. It has a perfect texture, just like this version here.
For a festive flair, pour a tablespoon of alcohol on top and ignite it for a volcano effect.
What is this?
So let's give it a try. I'm just going to try it real the best way. Oh.
Number 1, ice cream.
Hell yeah. I love
I
ice
got
cream.
you some ice cream. You did it, Dan. Ice cream.
I scream, you scream, we all scream,
Scream for ice cream.
Brought to the US from England by Quaker colonists, ice
Shout out my country.
cream quickly became the dessert of choice of many North Americans due to the wide variety of flavors, though vanilla and chocolate are the most popular. This sweet is often the combination of a dairy product, sugar, and an addition such as chocolate chips or fruit for flavor. And if you can't find your favorite flavor of ice cream, just add some fruit or chocolate sauce to make a sundae.
What the hell is that?
The most expensive ice cream sundae in the world.
Is this a record holder?
Was that caviar on the ice cream? What am I seeing? Is that caviar? Oh my god.
World.
Is this a record holder?
This is a record holder, still a record holder.
But the reason it's number 1 on our list is that no serving of pie or cake would be complete without it, making ice cream the king of desserts. Do you agree with our...
Fair enough. I mean, would I rank it number 1? Possibly. But I just love dessert, I'll be honest. Should be retitled as Top 10 America's Favorite Desserts. Fair enough. Cue the angry foreigners in the comments. Top 10 American desserts. Here, have ice cream at number 1. Well, whatever it is, I love all these foods, and whether some of them were created in the US or some of them weren't, incredible foods that I grew up on. I mean, I grew up on s'mores, no, to be fair. Rice Krispie treats, I didn't grow up on them, but I've had them and they're very satisfying. Pudding, never actually had pudding. Cheesecake, hell yeah. Donuts, hell yeah. Cookies, hell yeah. Brownies, hell yeah. Apple pie, hell yeah. Although I've not had a pie like this from what I remember, but I could be chatting shit. Cake, hell maybe. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It's not what I'm going to go for. And then ice cream, yes. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know your favourite desserts. I guess you can list your top 10. Doesn't have to be American desserts, or do your top 10 favorite desserts that you have at home, and then your top 10 desserts that you've had just around the world. So that's when you can get, I guess, add the tiramisus and stuff. But hopefully you enjoyed this reaction, and until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.